Hey everyone, it's that time of year where Christmas parties are just around the corner and we want to style our hair really nicely. So I'm going to be showing you guys 3 really simple ways to style your hair this Christmas. I actually have the most amazing great length hair extensions in, so if like me you want to style your extensions this Christmas, or to be fair if you just want to do your own hair, then I'm going to be showing you some really simple easy ways to be able to do it, and just some products that are really nice to use on both hair extensions and normal hair as well. So the first one I'm going to be showing you is a really slicked back sleek style. So I'm just going to section off half of my hair and just tie it up with a little clip, and then I'm just going to brush through using my great lengths paddle brush. This is amazing if you guys have extensions. If you don't, obviously you can just use whatever. And then I'm just going to take my GHD large paddle straighteners. I call them paddle straighteners, they're just the large straighteners. These are so good if you have quite thick long hair, they're amazing at getting through them. And then I'm just going to take down the top section and again just go through these with the straighteners and my paddle brush. So I'm aiming for a really sleek and shiny look with this hairstyle. So I'm going to be using my great length serum hair fluid with argan oil in it. This basically keeps my hair super soft, super shiny, and hopefully will kind of just help it to go in the direction that I want it to. And then I'm just going to take my paddle brush and basically I'm just going to go for almost like a Paloma Faith kind of style. That's how I'd call it. And just sort of brush through the roots sort of halfway down to my normal hair. And then just use my TRESemme freeze hold hairspray. Now this stuff is absolutely incredible if you guys are going on like a night out. It literally does just keep it all in place. And I'm just going to use like a back combing brush. You can use a comb if you want to. I just find this one's a little bit softer, so it just helps me to kind of really get in at the roots and really kind of just smooth it all down. And the aim is to then kind of pull a couple of bits from the side of your hair just above your ears. Sorry about this being out of focus, but obviously I'm doing it from behind me, so it's really difficult. And then you just want to kind of pin those little bits in place. That's basically just going to make sure there are no messy flyaways around your ears. And then you're just going to go back over with some hairspray and just keep doing this as much or as little as you want to. It depends how much of a kind of scraped back look you want, whether you want it to look quite wet or whether you want it to look more dry. You can kind of brush it through more or add more hairspray to make it obviously wetter, and then just comb through the actual hair itself so everything looks super silky and shiny. And this is like the kind of finished look from the side. It's so sleek and gorgeous and so simple to do. And then this is obviously it from the front. It would be gorgeous with a lovely party dress. Then we're moving on to number 2, hairstyle number 2, and I'm popping the serum back in through my hair again. And I am going to be using some curling wands, so today I'm just going to be putting on the heat protective spray, and then again taking my paddle brush and just sort of combing it all through. Next I'm doing as I did before and just sectioning off half of my hair, and then I'm just going to take a clip and just kind of clip it back up to the top of my hair. It's quite difficult when you have quite long hair, but this hairstyle is good for any length hair as well, if you've got short or if you've got long hair. So it's a really nice way just to kind of mix up the straight sort of look. So next I'm taking my Jose Eber, I think that's how you say it. It's either Jose or Jose Eber curling wand. This is a 32mm barrel. It's basically really big and chunky because that's really good for long thick hair, which is exactly what I have. Just use a thinner one if you have shorter, thinner hair. And you're basically just going to leave it on for about 15 seconds and then just kind of wrap it around your finger and sort of curl it through just to make sure the curl stays in place. And then I'm just going to take down the top layer of my hair and just brush it all through and do exactly as I did before. Don't worry about them looking super messy to begin with, because we will brush these through, so you can do them in any direction you want to. I will say at this point, just be super careful with these because they are so hot, so you don't want to be burning your hands on those. Then I'm just going to brush it through, and then obviously this is going to create a really lovely loose wave. So at this point you could actually leave this as just a hairstyle. I wear mine like this a lot. But actually today what I'm going to be doing is putting my hair into a centre parting, and I'm going to be using 2 plaits and sort of wrapping them around the side of my hair and then clipping them together at the back. So I'm just going to take off a little section of hair and just brush it through to make sure it's nice and smooth. Don't worry if it's kind of a little bit messy, because you know it is going to be homemade and home done. And then basically you're just going to plait through the hair. Now I'm really sorry, I'm quite tall, so I couldn't really get myself in shot all the time, but basically this is quite difficult to do on your own. So if you have somebody with you that can do plaits, maybe get them to help you, because it's quite tricky when you're trying to see from behind. So I just kind of did a really rough plait. I'm not super worried about doing anything that's perfect. I just wanted it to look really nice and quite messy. And then I'm just going to bobby pin it just at the back, just to make sure it's secure in place. And then I'm going to do exactly the same the other side. So I'm basically just going to take the left hand side of my hair and just kind of plait it to the back. Obviously if you plait it forwards, it will make it more difficult to kind of swing back, so just try and make sure you plait it to the back. And then I'm just going to pin that in place right next to where the first one was. And then this is the finished look. It's just really nice and relaxed, but kind of just a little bit different, and just looks really lovely daytime or nighttime. I love it. Then my final look is going to be a nice take on a simple ponytail. So it's basically just going to be a really classy updo. So what I'm doing is just brushing my hair through and then sectioning off two bits at the front. I'm again having a sort of centre parting for this, which is really different for me, you guys might notice. So thumbs up if you're liking the centre parting right now. And then I'm just going to section off a little bit of hair. This is basically going to be turned into a bit of a like bouffant kind of style, just to mix things up a little bit. So I'm going to take my little back combing comb, and I'm just going to make sure it's kind of roughly even, just with the point of it. Then I'm just going to lightly back comb the roots of my hair. I'm actually not going to do very much, because I'm actually going to use this spongy sort of device. This is basically just to add a little bit of volume in your hair without having to back comb it too much. So if you want a really nice bouffanty kind of style, this is so easy to do. And I'm just kind of velcroing that into place by just sort of zhuzhing it up a little bit in my hair, and then I'm just going to kind of mold my hair around it using my comb and my fingers, and then I'm just going to bobby pin it into place. Next, I'm just going to tie my hair into a ponytail. I'm just going to take it up to the point where I just put that bobby pin in, and I'm just going to use one hair bubble just to secure it in place and make sure it's just in there nice and tightly and not going to go anywhere. Next, I'm going to take one of my side pieces, and I'm basically just going to go take it to the side and then wrap it sort of over the top of the hair bubble that's already there and the ponytail that's already in place, and then basically just pin it exactly to the point where I want it. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other side. So I'm just going to pull a bit of hair around that was left and then sort of take it over the other way, so it's just going to be diagonal, and then I'm just going to bobby pin that into place as well. Obviously my hair is super long with these great length extensions, which are amazing. I'm obsessed with them. But if you guys don't have that long hair, don't worry, you can still do this style, obviously, unless you have super short hair. And then I'm just going to finish this look off just with my serum, and I'm basically just going to tame any flyaways, just go over the top and smooth it all down with my brush as well. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I've just given you a few tips on how to style your hair at Christmas. I have obviously got the most amazing extensions in, and I just wanted you guys to show you guys how easy it is to do your hair with extensions as well. If you do try and recreate these looks, then obviously please let me know on Twitter and Instagram. Give it a massive thumbs up for me, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
I've just seen
major
the biggest
celebrity,
celeb
global
in
superstar.
the world. Wait. Oh my God.